everyone, Chris Erkel here for the Press Enterprise, and welcome to our Thursday edition of the PE Crime Blotter. We are talking about Operation Duck Pond, a big press conference held by the Riverside Police Department today. A big crackdown with Operation Duck Pond. They were trying to crack down on the number of stolen vehicles here in the city of Riverside. And Brian Rokos from the Press Enterprise, you were at that press conference today. They found a lot more than they expected.
Right, they went after stolen vehicles initially. They'd seen a spike in stolen vehicles in the city of Riverside last year, about 1,200 total. They called it Operation Duck Pond because they consider a stolen and abandoned car a sitting duck. And they came up with 52 arrests, 26 guns, 44 stolen vehicles in a 4-month undercover operation that included federal alcohol, tobacco, firearms, and explosives, the district attorney's office, and the U.S. attorney's office.
Now, Brian, the message was pretty clear from Chief Diaz and the Riverside Police Department. Two criminals, if they're going to commit a crime here in Riverside, they may be dealing with a police officer and not even know it.
If you're capering in the city of Riverside, if you're committing crime in the city of Riverside, you never really know who you're doing business with. So hopefully that will dissuade some folks. You come into our city and sell a stolen gun or a stolen car, there may be a cop on the other end of that transaction, and you won't know right away. A few weeks later, a few months later, they'll come and pick you up.
Obviously, people might be worried, hey, these guys are going to get arrested, but they're not going to be off the streets for long. District Attorney Paul Zellerbach was very strict about what he wants penalty-wise for these people.
Right, I spoke with the district attorney after the news conference, and he said that in cases where maybe in the past that enhancements that would add to lengths of sentences would get dropped just for the sake of expediency, in a lot of these cases, those enhancements which could extend prison sentences, those won't be dropped. He'll try to get as much prison time, jail time as he can for these suspects and defendants.
And they're not just stopping with the crimes that these people were arrested for, they're also asking about their knowledge and possible involvement, and also the involvement of some of these weapons that they confiscated and other crimes that are still being investigated.
Right. The police department's going to be checking these weapons against information that's out there as far as attaching them to other crimes. They, as Chief Diaz put it, debriefed the people they arrested to see what they knew about other possibly unrelated crimes. I asked Chief Diaz, were they asked about some of the notable unsolved homicides in town, and Chief Diaz kind of danced around that. He said, well, we're going to ask them about all sorts of crimes.
All right, Brian, thanks for joining us. That does it for our Thursday edition of the PE Crime Blotter. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on Friday.